discuss smoking in city parks. That's Steve.
Yeah, it's, well, it came up over Festival Ironwood. There's been some disagreement on what the law refers to. My reading of it, I maintain that smoking would not be allowed under the tent there because it is indeed serving food. But we don't need to worry about splitting hairs and all that. I got thinking about it. We don't need to have tobacco use in any of our parks at all, ever.
Open parks, no pavilion, no, you know.
That's for what the state law says about smoking as far as restaurants and food services and things like that.
You can't smoke.
But I also heard from several people, there's tons of people walking around all during Festival Ironwood down there smoking. Now you got children running around the whole bit. There's really no need for it. I'm sick of finding cigarette butts in the parks. We don't need somebody sitting there on a bench blowing smoke at all the kids. I don't need somebody spit and chew anywhere. Let's start bringing Ironwood up into a modern age here, and we just don't need to do this.
It's outdoors. I don't know if you can do anything about that.
Oh yeah.
California.
Hundreds of communities have gone with this.
Free.
Yes.
We have a 4-block strip in downtown Santa Monica that's totally smoke-free. I'm just giving this information.
Right.
So
I don't know. This is just.
And the school, isn't the school smoke-free?
Yeah, school smoke-free.
The college is supposed to be within 50 feet of a door, but they don't enforce that. There's many colleges that have gone completely smoke-free.
And restaurants are supposed to be 50 feet away from which a lot they don't.
I did see cigarette butts at Longyear Park by the slide and by the basketball court. And
It'd be nice if they're going to do it, clean up. You know, it's like, why do they got a litter? Well, maybe it's time. I don't know.
Perhaps smoking receptacles need to be put out.
They won't use them anyway.
And we don't need, a big part of Festival Ironwood, you have the health fair right there. This is common sense. It's 2011. We're always a few years behind. Let's just go with it.
I find it hard to feel that inside a tent, a thing like that.
Inside the tent, I can see.
I come closer. I'm bothered by an open area, Norrie Park, an open area, Longyear Park.
Who's going to enforce this?
Yeah, you got an enforcement mechanism.
It's going to be almost impossible to
but if there is a small fine in place, I'm thinking that the kids that
the city commission is going to have to write this ordinance. It's the same thing with the pet waste then. And we passed that unanimously. Enforcement's always an issue. Here's the option. Once again, you can make it a local ordinance, so you don't have to be it does not have to be getting BESMR involved. You can get a local citation. There's a lot of options the city could look at. But I think that we do not need to have tobacco use in our parks.
Curry Park, where you have camping trailers and people coming in.
Curry, I don't think would be able to. I don't know.
Could just for discussion, could we spot a zone no smoking in certain parks?
You could, because I couldn't see Curry Park because that's like you're renting a space, and that's a little different because.
And they've got trailers.
They've got trailers and stuff. So that one there, I could see. Inside the tent, like at festival, I could see that point not having smoking in that tent part because it's trapped in there. I don't know.
At Longyear, it was a problem a couple summers ago where they were hanging out at the band shell and smoking and so on and so forth. And if you had something in place, at least the law enforcement would have an option to say you are in violation of the law and you can.
I could see Longyear Park really because that's more of a kids park
and it's a neighborhood.
And it's a neighborhood.
This is why I started thinking that, and then I thought, no, where we're going to start nitpicking on this. Well, mostly kids go here, as opposed to this park doesn't have a lot of kids. City park, you do not need to be going to one of our city parks just to have a cigarette. You don't. If you can't stop for that little bit of time. Whatever. And it's not, it's not for the person who's smoking that we're looking out for, although there is a partial to that. Everybody else sitting around there, you should be able to go for a walk without smelling tobacco smoke from somebody. You shouldn't have to be seeing butts all over the place. You shouldn't have to see people spit and chew. They've got an issue with this at the college where kids are chewing in class. And nobody has the guts to actually step up and say, enough of this. So somebody's got to start taking a lead here.
On that.
This is it, times have changed.
I find it objectionable to be dealing with private rights, personal rights here in a wide open area, park or no park. I know it doesn't address the thing of filters and so forth, which don't deteriorate like other stuff, and snuff boxes and stuff like that. But I just think I think we're moving ahead way too fast on this. Myself, my personal opinion. In a wide open area, I find it hard to believe that there's a.
I have to kind of agree myself because it's
a wide
open.
open area.
It is wide open.
Wide
I don't
open.
know. I mean, granted, I'd like to see it
No.
not.
I mean,
Sam? I bet you don't have heart trouble. You probably don't have asthma. Cigarette smoke is an allergen to people. Jim can't be anywhere around it. He made his building non-smoking completely, apartments and everything, because he can't deal with it.
It's a lie.
If somebody smokes out in the back of his parking lot, if he gets out of his van to walk into his own building, if somebody has been smoking
It's on
there,
his private
it
property.
starts affecting him.
It's on his private.
Now, what you're saying is everybody has a right to go onto our parks and enjoy themselves without having to worry about the medical issues of
It
it.
is a public park. That's the problem. It's for everybody in the city, so I don't know. This is like really a big can of worms.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
It's only a big can of worms if we make it so. A lot of communities have gone this route.
Well, they have to deal with the issue of enforcement and zealous or enthusiastic or aggressive individuals that want to push an issue and so forth.
Well, what you're saying
I-
then is if somebody goes to listen to an outdoor band concert at Longyear Park, the band shell, and they're sitting there enjoying it, and the person lights up next to them, you're saying there's absolutely nothing that can happen.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Absolutely, absolutely wrong. Absolutely
You
wrong.
have your right to your opinion. I have a right to mine.
Do you have any examples of any other communities pertaining to this?
I actually Googled it. There are hundreds. As you said, California has really cracked down everywhere.
Some close to
Michigan,
Midwest.
there are going to be ordinances in every single state, examples of them.
Well, let's get some examples of that and let's bring it before the group.
Yeah, I'd like to get some more research this morning.
Yeah, some research on something that's more like our size towns and, you know.
Marquette, Houghton,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wausau, Superior, Duluth, whatever, something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that, Rylander,
See how they approach that.
how they approach it.
Can we table it?
Let's table this to the next meeting and see if we can get some information.